And among the Malay communities, DAP seems to be like the bad guy in PH. So what is DAP's take on this, and what is your plan to to get over this? Because perception is crazy, and it can change things from good to bad and things like that. So just that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Saudara Imran, for your good question. DAP, of course, since our inception, since 1966, we have been demonized by UMNO for years. And if I used to watch RTM1, the Berita TV Sabtu, especially at 12 o'clock. That's where most of our Malay friends were watching. When I watched that one, I actually almost vomit. Okay? That you have been demonized for years, not only now. Okay, now the narrative is simple. They go to the Malay and say, this PH government is actually DAP bogeyman. Bahawa DAP, Alak DAP, Kadam DAP. Okay, Mahathir is in fact only a tool by DAP. The real boss is Lim Kik Siang. Lim Kik Siang is operating from behind. Mahathir is only the DAP puppet. But on the other hand, MCA go to tell the Chinese, DAP is useless. DAP actually in no power in the PH government. They are actually controlled by Mahathir. They actually, Lim Kik Siang is the puppet. Lim Kik Siang, everything also listen to Mahathir. Can you see how hypocrite they are? So what we need to do is translate whatever UMNO say in Bahasa, translate it and inform to the Chinese. And whatever the MCA say to the Chinese, we translate into Bahasa and let them know. Then you know the truth. That is true. And of course, that one is for political communication, okay, our narrative. But most important, we prove to all Malaysians. To all Malaysians. That's very important. Today, I'm very happy to be here. In fact, our new milestone is that shall not be any single race agenda. There's no Chinese agenda, India agenda, Malay agenda in this country. Under PH government, we should all united and for Malaysian agenda. That should be the way. And I'm very happy that Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, after the series of consecutive 3 defeat in the by-election, still stand very firm. Say that Malaysia under PH government will not fall into the racial line. We will continue to pursue a new Malaysia agenda for all races. And that is the way forward, if you ask me. So of course, perception-wise, okay, now you start to see that. In fact, I have been doing. In the past 10 years, I'm the biggest sponsor for majlis berkhatan at the masjid. Until Ibrahim Ali came and protest. Mana boleh ini Kristian no, datang masjid buat perasmian majlis berkhatan beramai-ramai. And all money paid by me, Every year, I actually sponsor circumcision, okay, for about 100 Muslim boys. So I have many babies, They are all my boys. Hey, I went down to Taiping. Some of the Malay now actually as handsome as you, Imran, come and kiss my hand because he said, YB, 10 years ago, you are the one who come here to officiate my circumcision ceremony. Can you imagine? I continue to do that, and in fact, once get elected, become government, I give money to all the place of worships. For example, Telok Intan, there's one mosque, masjid, almost collapsed already. 10 years, UMNO and PAS doing nothing. Okay, I rush to Putrajaya and get the immediate approval from Lim Guan Eng, 1.6 million for the Masjid Al Taqwa. Last week, I just got another 150,000 for Masjid An Naim. And then all this, I ask now Bernama to help us to actually inform our Muslim brothers and sisters so that they know DAP is a party for all. In fact, not only I give money to the Muslim communities, our Perak government, as now the new government, we now set up a non-Islamic affair department. This year we approved 10 million for non-Muslim affair department, 5 million to build churches, temples, and also Hindu temples. 5 million to sponsor all the Christian activities, all the non-Muslim activities, cultural activities, including Pesta Tanglong, your Christmas Day open house, to show that we are the government for all. That is very important. Then when we give this money, we give it to you as Malaysian, because these are the people's money. Okay, all Malaysians pay taxes. We have to be fair to all. I also don't want, like what doctor say, when we give money to the mosque, Christian churches come to protest. Oh, that is lousy. Never do that. Okay, we should leave one thing very important, mindset. Leave the zero-sum game mindset. It's always like, when we give money to the mosque, the non-Muslims say, hari-hari jaga orang Islam saja. When we give money to the churches, wah, Muslim protest, inilah tengok DAP ini, Christian, nak jadikan Malaysia negara Christian. Can you see? In fact, how stupid it is. Why should we have that kind of mindset? It is time we must leave all this and build. When we talk about new Malaysia, that is a Malaysia for all. Let us be less parochial, let us be less insular, and let us be more inclusive. That should be the way forward.